What it is, what it do, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, I've taken a bit of a hiatus, you know, holidays. Yeah. Anyway, the beginning of the year has been crazy. Seven has been experiencing some intermittent issues. See the hood up and I'll explain to you what's going on. There's two things that happened beginning of the year that was kind of a fluke scenario. The fuel lines that I got installed prior were absolutely crap fuel lines. Like they were leaking right at both of the high pressure fuel pumps. I was losing MPG. That's a dangerous thing, especially a fuel leak, because you can catch fire. That's something that I had to address. So what I wind up doing is I wind up going to Amazon. Don't come for me in the comments, but I went to Amazon and I got a set of the Evil Energy PTFE fuel lines. So got those installed here. Engine bay is all dirty, don't worry about it. But I got those installed here. The Evil Energy, you know, a little bit of pop of color in there, but you know, yeah, that is stainless steel braided lines. These are a lot better than the old lines. Make sure when you're putting fuel lines on, when these were installed, I assume that they were indeed compatible for ethanol or alcohol. Make sure that your lines are compatible for alcohol, because you immediately, I mean, within 1,000 miles, like I said, those lines were leaking. So, you know, PTFE, Teflon coated, I know for a fact that I'm not gonna have any issues. Second issue, I'm having a hard start. And what I mean by hard start is I'm having issues with my car starting. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I think I've diagnosed the issue, but I need to call Audi of Denver to see if they have the part that I'm looking for. But I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about as far as a hard start. Hold on. Got my key now. As you heard the fuel pump prime. So you heard that right. It didn't want to turn over. Now, mind you, after it turns over like this, and I wait, say 15, 20 minutes, and try to start it again, it will just turn and turn and turn. It won't actually fire up. Did a little bit of research. I don't know the guy's name, but big shout out to Audi Zine. There was an article on there about the same issue that I was having. The car didn't want to start, didn't want to turn over. And he did a little bit of like diagnosing, and he found that there's a one-way valve that connects to the intake. When it goes bad, it allows fuel vapors to get into the intake. So when the car starts, it floods, it's almost like flooding itself, and it won't turn over. And in order to get the car to start, you have to give it a little bit of gas to get fresh air in. Now, another thing that it was, my car was doing all kind of weird stuff. It gave me a cylinder 7 misfire, but I'm thinking again that was related to the issue of it not being able to start, just throwing everything off. But let me show you what that valve is. So this is what I'm talking about right there. That little valve right there that I'm illuminating on. It's like I said, it's a one-way valve that prevents any exhaust fumes or gas fumes getting into the intake. And I think that is going bad, which is causing me to have that whole hard start issue. So it's been a rough start to the year. Another thing, and guys, let me know if you've experienced this issue, but when I changed my fuel lines, we plumbed everything up. You know, with the Audi, basically once you open up the driver door, it actually charges the line of fuel. When I did that, started it up, no issues. I was driving away and all of a sudden I go into limp mode. And I'm like, oh crap, what's going on? It stayed in limp mode all the way home, and when I got home, it went away. But I noticed that there was a little bit of sputtering upon acceleration on the highway. So like I said, I didn't push it too hard, I just waited until I got home. I'm thinking, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, when changing fuel lines, it's probably best to keep one of the lines cracked. So when the actual fuel pump, the low pressure, is charging the line, that is not pushing any excess air that's in the line already throughout the rest of the fuel system. I did get a code saying that bank fuel pressure is too high. So I'm thinking, like I said, that's essentially what happened. It basically pushed air inside the fuel line. Another thing that, yeah, like I said, this has been rough, but you know, these things are fixable, the small things. That part, let me backtrack a little bit. That part that I was telling you about, if you guys are having that, it is essentially what I've seen on FPC Euro and online, and I'm gonna call the Audi dealership to see if they have it. But that part right there is only a $9 part. So it's kind of a small, it's a simple fix. If that's not the case, then the N80 valve is something that I have to check and have to research and see where that valve is. I should have done that before I actually started recording this, but you know, this happened. I wanted to, you know, get right on camera, let you know what's going on. Now jumping forward, I have a bit of an exhaust leak. Not having a shop just yet, and I may have a shop on the horizon, but not having a shop just yet, I've not been able to get down there and diagnose that. I just have ramp stands, and it's not high enough for me to get under there, try to tighten a bolt, because I'm thinking what happened is just backed off. So just a few little small hiccups here and there, but you know, we soldier through. It is what it is. We're gonna keep moving. Thank you guys, I'm almost at that magical number. Thank you guys for jumping on. Like I said, 2023 is gonna be completely different, but let's see if we can get Audi Denver on the line and see if they have this part, because I have the part number. So yeah, that's what you're looking for. And if not, then it's the N80 valve, this here, that you have to check to make sure that, you know, you're not getting that hard start. All right, let's get them on the line here.
To provide the very best service, this call may be recorded.
Thank you for calling McDonald Automotive. I may interrupt your call.
Yes, may I have the parts departments, please? I guess while we're waiting for them to sort out whatever they got going on there, I am looking to sell my wheels. They are 21 by 9.5. I think it's a 32 offset. I did have to run spacers on them because they were a little too close to my calipers, but I am looking to get those sold. So if any one of you guys are looking to buy some wheels, let me know. Another thing, for the guys that are getting into the whole tuning phase, you guys are in for a treat. This is something that it's been known for a bit, but I think it's actually going to be more of a bigger push. There are exhaust manifolds that if you decide to go with either the TS1s, the TS2s, Zonas, or the +4s from Silly Rabbit, there are exhaust manifolds that will turn the twin scroll setup, because I don't know if you guys knew that on the S7 it is a twin scroll setup. So essentially what that means, on one side of the exhaust manifold.
Thanks for holding this, JD.
JD, how are you? My name's Omar. I wanted to know if you guys had a part in stock. I have a part number.
Okay, what car line is it for?
It's for a 2015 Audi S7.
What's the part number?
Part number is 05890529 Bravo.
Not one that I have in stock. Let me see where it is. I don't show anybody in town has it, but it does come from my warehouse in Texas.
And what is the price point on that part?
$73.41 before taxes.
How much?
$73.41.
$73.41
Yes.
for the little valve, the one-way valve. That's
You just gave me, yes.
okay. That's what I needed to know. Thank you. $73 for the Audi intake vacuum check valve. I don't know if you can see that, but that says $9.99, and this is the exact part number that I just gave you. And I'll show you. This is the part number. FPC Euro. I always have to preface this, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do trust them because they have a lifetime warranty on all of their parts. So if something were to fail, you send it back to them and they'll replace it for you. Another reason why not to go to the dealership. Anyway, yeah, that really sucks. I am talking as loud as I possibly can. Yeah, we got snow out here. So big shout out to ARM Motorsports. I love the exhaust. I am definitely putting the X-Pipe back on because that cold start literally is the loudest. I love everything else about it, but that cold start is literally the loudest. I want this certain exhaust note that I had before putting the straight pipes on. I want that exhaust note back. But again, nothing bad to say about ARM Motorsports and their downpipes. This is a short video, man. I just wanted to show you, I wanted to talk about the issues that I've had right now, get back in front of you guys and let you know that I'm still here, I'm still making videos. But part 2 will come soon once I get this sorted out, but I'm gonna go in and order that part so I can get it on there and make sure that that's the issue and not the N80 valve. So until then, I'll holler at you next video.